Good afternoon. It's Monday. Motivational Monday. And let's see if we have anybody joining us. I see one. There's Marianne. Hi, Marianne. Welcome. Here come the peoples. Hi, Haida. Good to see everyone. Come on in. The water is fine. It's chilly bones here in North Carolina. I've got my wool pashmina. I travel with this little guy. I keep it all in my backpack so that I'm never cold, and I am sitting here freezing. It's in the 40s this morning. Fall is coming, and I'm telling you, I promise you, I'm going to show you my view with the fall colors. We're getting just a little touch, not quite there yet, but it's coming. Hi, Betsy. Hi, Jan. I'm glad Jan's making her smoothie. There's Terry Lynn. Terry Lynn and Rita, you guys should get to know each other. Terry Lynn and Rita Haney, you guys are right next to each other. Type 1 buddies. You could be type 1 buddies. She could tell you everything. I love Terry. Terry's one of my Take Back Your Body ladies, and she's just a gem. There's Diane. Hi, Diane. Good to see everybody. Come on in. The water's fine. It's good to see you all. All right, so Monday is our Motivational Monday. I love Mondays because Mondays, again, fresh start. We get to clear the decks. We get to start over. And last Monday was the first day of the sprint. Today is the day after. This is our weigh-in measure. Let's report the results. And I cannot keep up with our sprint group. We've had so many people having such great results. And of course, I expect that every single time. But I also expect that there's always going to be somebody who's going to say, I'm having like ketone envy. I'm having a little whatever. I want to talk about those who didn't get the results maybe that they wanted, and talk about why and all of that, because there's so much to look at. Okay, so we're going to talk about that today. And I've got a new quote of the week. I've got books to give away. And I've got another Catherine. Another Catherine won this book. Catherine Walden, you won the book. Catherine Walden. Okay, so Catherine Walden, you need to send an email to support@savingdinner.com and let us know your address so we can send this to you. Congratulations, well done. And I always go in here and I do a little personalization. I'm going to show you though. It's never on the front page. Sometimes people send it there. But my understanding, what I was taught when I was first learning how to do that, Lisa lost 9 pounds. Marla lost 2. See, it's all depending. The fact is you want to keep it moving, right? This is where I sign. I sign on what is called the title page, where it has the name of the book and your name. That's where I always sign. So don't look there. It won't be there. It'll be on the second page. Catherine, I'm signing this for you. It will be in the mail. And if you want to know how to share, I'm going to tell you exactly what Catherine did. She shared this and she said, I want you to meet this nutritionist. She's helping me out. And she's been just a great support. I like to reward people who support us simply because we have a lot of work that we get done here. And when the more people that we have in our corner, the more people that we can help support and make happen. I just saw that somebody else just said they lost 7 pounds. Fantastic. Now, I'm going to be doing this book this week and another one coming up. And then I'm going to move to Saving Dinner for the Holidays. That will be coming up. That will be another book coming up. And I would be negligent if I didn't say, Joanne, look at you. 7.6 pounds. Nice. Read Body Clutter. I mean, I need everybody on this path to be reading Body Clutter. Body Clutter is your book, girls. Body Clutter is the book if you have an addiction problems with food. This is your book to tell you exactly what is what with addiction, food addiction. Marla and I, we know this inside and out. We have been on the roller coaster, the carousel of crazy, up and down, round and round. Where you go, nobody knows. It's a disaster. We know exactly what that is. You will identify with this book, and this book will be kind of a roadmap, really, for you that will help you to understand what's going on between your ears, because this is the deal. And this is why I'm offering the Hot Melt Club. By the way, there's a lot of people joining, and thank you. This is awesome. That's one thing. Second thing I want to mention about Hot Melt Club, the mindset piece is just cannot be overlooked, because I will tell you right now 100% that until you have your mindset piece in place, you are going to be continually fighting this fight. We have to have the mindset place in peace. The mindset piece in place. Boy, try saying that fast 5 times. It's ridiculous otherwise, and we lose. We lose out on it. It's something we all need. We can all identify with. When we get to the place of being able to identify and see where we fit on that whole continuum, then we have the opportunity to unplug that carousel of crazy. It isn't until then. So this is really important. Gemma lost 10 pounds. I'm celebrating you today, Gemma. I'm celebrating all the wins. And I'm also going to talk about those who didn't get the big win, okay? Those who didn't. Some people in the second round did not do as well. A couple of people even gained a few pounds, but that was an isolated incidence with not incorrectly doing not incorrectly doing the whole thing, but it was a matter of being sick, taking antibiotics, not drinking enough water perhaps, over exercising. There's all kinds of things. We have to always look at the first leading cause of weight gain is going to be inflammation, and then it's going to be the fat. So when somebody said, I know a lot of this was water weight, I lost a lot of water weight, but I'm still happy. I want to explain that because I think this is really important. Water weight is inflammation, and getting rid of water weight is just as critical as getting rid of fat weight. The fat comes off, believe me. And yes, water weight is fast and easy, and it's the first one, it's the first one. And so if you get rid of a bunch of inflammation, yay, we want to get rid of that. And then we also want to get rid of the body clutter, and we want to start getting into ketosis and melting that stuff. But the first thing that we're going to do, we're going to get rid of the inflammation. Our bodies are going to work that way. Maybe not all of the inflammation, but the first line of inflammation, which is the water weight gain. And so that needs to come down. Susan, you just do the program like you can do it, work with your doctor. If you can't eat the greens, you can't eat the greens, which I think is really strange, but that's, some doctors are like that. All right, so let's take a look, okay? The quote of the week, I know you're gonna love it. The question isn't did you fail, but did you pick yourself up and move ahead? Mm-hmm. Do you love that? That, my friends, is Joe Louis, who was a boxer, back in the old days. And he was just, he was consistent on what he did. And it wasn't that he was completely 100% perfect. And that's you. You are not 100% perfect. You are going to have moments where there's a relapse, or moments where you're going to eat something you shouldn't have, or moments when you're going to take a look and do an assessment and say, you know what, I didn't drink any water, or I didn't drink enough water, I didn't move enough, and I didn't lose as much as I could have lost had I stayed 100% with the program. So that's an assessment. Take the emotion out of it and don't beat yourself up because of that. Instead, use that as information to help you dial in the next time that you do it. Do you see the power there? We can work within our own power grids, if you will. Or we can just abandon ship and say, oh, this didn't work, blah, 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 here we go. Don't do that. Don't do that. This is what we need to know, okay? This is what we need to know. When we hold the course and we're constantly looking and seeing what could be better, how can I do this better? How can I get it so my numbers are better? Then we're going to be able to find a better path. We'll be able to dial in our own programs. You can only dial in your own program if you are willing to make an honest assessment of where you are. And, this fail, there's multiple ways of looking at fail. You maybe failed one time because you ate something you shouldn't have in this whole scheme of things. Or you could have failed by just saying, forget it, I'm not doing it. But we all fail. Can we take the plug out of the impact of fail? And can we stop being such perfectionists that if one little thing goes amiss, that we just chuck the whole thing? I say yes. Because listen, if we can get into the place where we're understanding that we aren't going to do it perfect, but we set ourselves up as best we can for success, then we're better off than we were a week ago, or 2 weeks ago, or 3 weeks ago, or better off today than we were yesterday. We can always start over. We can always have a motivational Monday for a fresh, clean start. And it doesn't have to be the sprint. It has to be the mindset. Your mindset is what is going to carry you, And this is one of the reasons why I say, you feel this way, you feel so great. Somebody was saying in the sprint, they were just a lovely, fantastic comment and just talking about, I don't ever want to go here again. I feel so good. I feel so empowered, etc. And I said, write this down. This is a milepost. I want you to understand something, that you're reprogramming your mind, okay? You're reprogramming your mind as you're reprogramming your body to eat in a different way. As you're losing your body's way of being a sugar burner and becoming a fat burner, as you're making that transition, you're also making a transition in your head. And that's just as important as what you're sitting on. Because if you can keep your mind in tune, you're going to keep your program in tune. They go hand in hand. Without one, you can't have the other. And because we all know, how often have you done this? And I want to see you tell me in the comments, say, this is me in the comments, if this is you. If you have gained weight, if you have lost weight, thought you had it made, and then gained it again, say, this is me in the comments. Because I'm going to tell you, we all do that. And sometimes what it is, it's a collaboration with our own defeat. Let me explain that to you. We collaborate with our own defeat when we set ourselves up for such a high bar, such perfectionism, that we haven't given ourselves the grace to get over the humps. We have to give ourselves the grace to get over the humps, because every time we think that we've got it and we've got it down, something I promise you is going to come up that hasn't come up before. Be aware of it. Understand that that's going to come along. Understand that Rocky Mountain high that you're on right now with the 10 pounds lost, or the 5 pounds, or the 4 pounds, or the 2 pounds, or whatever, can easily come back without having your mindset straight. So you hold on to your weight loss by holding on to what's between your ears. Do you hear me? When you hold on what's between your ears, you have a different perspective. It's not just about your jeans. Jeans are great, right? We all like putting on smaller jeans. We like seeing the needle move. We like to see our blood sugar results be always great and in the zone. We like peeing on sticks and seeing dark maroon, pee sticks. We love all of that because it's telling us that we're losing the weight. But some of the weight that you need to lose is between your ears. And until that weight is lost between your ears, you're going to be staying on the carousel of crazy. People, listen to me. And this is crucial. The carousel of crazy is where we've all been. It goes nowhere, in circles. And our weight goes up, our weight goes down, and it's consistent up and down and up and down and round and round. We know that. Unplugging it is plugging in to what's between our ears and seeing, assessing, and making a strategic move based on your assessment of what is going on. And when you can start taking the emotion out of it, start taking the, oh, this is, this book will tell you about it. It will explain the whole thing of the addiction part of the food. But when we can take out the emotion from it, I ate chocolate because of my daddy thing and the abandonment issues and all of that. I am not plugging into the emotion of that anymore. I don't need to. I've figured that part out. But that doesn't make the behavior go away. What makes the behavior go away is by going back and assessing it from the experiential point of view. Do you understand what I'm saying? In other words, you're looking at it going, okay, so my body clutter is based on a lot of the stupid emotional eating stuff that I did, and these were all the reasons why, but I'm over it. I'm a big girl. I've done the work. I've done the work to understand what it's all about, and I don't need to go there anymore. I don't need to live on the carousel of crazy. I don't need to have the emotions throw me down the tubes anymore. I'm going to take that emotion. I'm going to take that experience. I'm going to put it in a file folder. I'm going to put it in my file cabinet. And when I start to say, why am I going there again? Just go, aha, this is the experience. The experience doesn't have to hold the emotion to throw you down the tube anymore. Unplug it. When you flip the switch, you're turning the light onto the darkness. And that includes anything, you guys. It includes anything. Because sometimes there are people who've had like brutal experiences in their early childhoods, and it has had an impact on their lives. All of us have. All of us have had at some point on some kind of, scale from A to Z. And some people have had just like really brutal childhoods. But when we make a decision that it's no longer going to be impactful on us, when we make a decision that that was an emotion, this is what happened, these are the results from that, then we have an opportunity to turn it into an experience that is a past tense experience. Past. It's no longer our truth. It's no longer guidance for the way we live our lives now. Do you hear me on this? We're shining the light onto the darkness. When we shine the light onto the darkness, we have a path. And we no longer have to do that. And that, to me, is the break-free moment that we all need. We need a break-free moment to divorce ourselves, to cut off this emotional impact that these things had. And sometimes that means, that whatever that food of choice was, the food that brought you into that place, sometimes that means that you need to cut that food off too. For me, that's what it is. Chocolate needs to go. Chocolate is gone. Chocolate has been banished. Chocolate is a part, it triggers things. We've all got our triggers, right? So that's the big thing. When you collaborate in your own defeat, it's when you keep insisting on towing the line and coming up to that cliff where you fall off and go into that abyss. And for some of us, it is so huge and big that we fall into this abyss and we get swallowed up until the next round when we finally come to our senses and realize I'm never going to get out of this unless I change things up. And because you've changed things up with your food and with your taking responsibility for yourselves and all of that, it's time to go to the next step. It's time to go to the next step and keep things properly in their perspective. So on October 17th, which is this Thursday, at 7 p.m., I have a webinar and I'm going to go through and show you all the reasons why a keto diet works in the way that it does and the difference between a standard keto diet and the way we do it at Saving Dinner with the hot melt plan. It's a night and day difference, and you guys have experienced just the beginning of it if you've done the sprint. So this is going to be more and going to be telling you more. There's also a component, to this whole thing, like I said, that has everything to do with your mindset. And without that mindset piece, we will stay lost and we will stay forever in this cycle, and I'm trying to break it for you. Okay? That's what this is all about. So if we understand that we always bring something to every interaction that we're involved in, whether you're supporting somebody on the sprint, whether you are whining, whatever you're doing, whatever interaction you're involved in, you're bringing something to the table. So keep that in mind. Do you want to be an encourager? Do you want to be the person who is going to take somebody up with you? Or are you going to be a downer? Now, there are so many times, and you know exactly what I'm talking about, when you just have the need somebody to support you and help you out. There is a big difference than just whining incessantly, nonstop, and making everybody's eyeballs roll way back up in their head. Big time difference. Than saying, you guys, I'm really struggling and I need your help. And I encourage, I'm really struggling and I need your help. But if you are going to be a struggler and not be a listener when somebody offers you some really solid help, then you can't get past your stuff and you're stuck. And I don't want that for you. I want to help you get to the next level. That's what I'm all about. This is my heart, you guys. This is my big goal in life. I don't want to see anybody left behind. I want to see everybody have that opportunity to heal, to move on, to grow, to be the best that they can possibly be, and see their purpose for their lives. I've said it to you before, and I will say it over and over again. You are here for a purpose. God has not made a mistake by letting you stay on this planet for as long as you have. He just wants to get your attention. That's what this inflammation and weight gain is all about. You know, he wants to get your attention. Take care of this. Take care of this crazy stuff. We have work to do. We have work to do. And I have seen with every single person who takes this program on as their own, takes complete responsibility for it and reads it and doesn't ask everybody to do everything for them, I've seen such success. And it's interesting what gets weeded out. I've seen the people who were saying, oh, just show me this. I don't know where is this in the sprint thing? I've never seen it. Well, it's obvious you've never read the program. But what I have seen is those people have dropped out. I haven't seen them. They've gone. Irish goodbye. And they're just not ready because they're not ready to take responsibility for themselves. The first place to take responsibility for yourself is to get to know the program you're in, and then get in it and do the whole thing that you can. Do all of it. That's it. You do it. And when you do it, you heal. Ridiculous as it sounds, it's true. When you do it, you become empowered. When you do it, you suddenly become this woman who has like this strength that you didn't know you had. How many of you found that true for yourself? Who here has taken on this program in a way that they've never taken on any other program and had such incredible success and found something inside of them that they didn't know existed? If that's you, tell me. I know that there's a bunch of you here that are like that. You know why I know that? Because you've told me. And you know why I know that? Because I've seen your posts. And you know what else I've known that? I have seen you. I have seen you. I have seen you. And I've seen you become different women. I've seen you become different women. I've seen you become educated, empowered. I've seen you become strong and really excited. I've seen the enthusiasm inside of you and the positivity. And you get to share that with everyone. And I know all you girls. I know everybody who's saying this is me. Everyone who is saying this are the people that I'm now talking about. They're the ones that have taken this on as if they were planning their wedding. You know? Look at Jan's comment. My husband was so very surprised I did this, and now he's joining me. And Catherine's husband joined her too. Catherine's our book winner from last time. Brittany's in tears. I love you, Brittany. She's in tears. You know why we become in tears, you guys? You know why we cry? Because we're seeing the power. We're uncovering who we are, you know? Isn't it amazing? 5 pounds of body clutter can suddenly, uncover you, and you can start seeing who you are. This is that kind of a powerful thing. When you start to remove the body clutter, you start to reveal yourself. And you guys, you're so wonderful. Do you have any idea? Do you have any idea how many times I get into my Facebook and I look at all of your comments and I just sit there with tears in my eyes? I am so thrilled. And I am honored and privileged to be a part of your journey. And thank you for that. And thank you for coming alongside and for trusting me and believing me. It's just something. It's unbelievable. And you're women, you're my tribe. You're who I want to be with. And I celebrate you, all of you. I celebrate your wins. I celebrate your not so great wins. But I celebrate the fact that you show up, that you take this program on as your own, and that you're not defeated. That even if you had a fail, you're not falling away and you're not saying, see you later. You're saying, okay, let me look at this again. Let me look at this again. Linda, 24 pounds has changed me. Yes, it has. Catherine says, honored to have you in my life. Back at you, sister. Yes. Brenda's saying we Southerners can eat. Yeah, Southerners eat a lot of food, celebrate everything with food. I think it's an American thing. It's not just a Southern thing, but yeah, we celebrate everything with food. That doesn't mean that the food that we need to have can't be there too. I'm the more and more we go along in this program, the more and more I'm convinced that we just need to make some very permanent changes. This moderation only thing, I think moderation only is what keeps women trapped, and it keeps them sucked into, calorie counting and point counting and just these illogical ways that we have shown over and over again by the research that just doesn't work. So Trisha lost her muffin top. Let's celebrate. Say goodbye to muffin tops. I'm all about losing the muffin top, girls. Any kind of baked goods. Let's just call it for what it is. A muffin top is because of the muffins, because of the garbage. So let's get rid of it. So anyway, ladies, we know what to do. We know exactly what to do, and we know how to do it. We know what our own process is about. But I want to just say one thing. Stay in community. Now, if you never join me in the Hot Melt Diet, never join me in Hot Melt Club, that's okay. But don't leave the sprint, for heaven's sake. Stay in the sprint group. Don't leave. Don't be out of community. Don't go hiding. Don't fail and think that you've lost it all. Don't ever do that. Okay? Stay the course. When you stay the course and you're vocal and you participate in your community, you've got the support you need, and you've got someone who's got your back. I promise you. It's great. So thanks for joining me for the Motivational Monday, and please get signed up for the webinar. If you go to savingdinner.com/webinar, there it is right there. We have like 200 or 300 seats available. This is, according to our plan. They don't just let all the people in. So if we have to, let me know now. Get in there and grab your seat, because I don't want you to not have a seat. Okay? That's how that works. Tomorrow is Tuesday. I'm going to be on the road with Marla. We're going to be doing a show in the car, you guys. Yes. It's going to be fun. It's going to be really, really fun. So I'm really looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to that a lot. And, Marla and I are going to have fun. We've already planned our dinner out and everything. I mean, we're crazy ladies like that. I'm fasting from now until dinner time tomorrow. Or no, till tomorrow at lunchtime. That's when I'm fasting till. So, girls, get yourself signed up for that webinar. Okay? Webinars are great. Read Body Clutter. Watch out for Saving Dinner for the Holidays coming to a station near you, coming up. And here we go. This book is for you. Catherine Walden, you won it. So send in, support at Saving Dinner, send it in, send your email in, Oh, and by the way, you guys, for your Facebook, yeah, where you got it right. Don't forget about putting in your questions. So send your Q&As in for Friday. We already have a lot, but I will squeeze in as many as I can possibly do in a 1-hour show. So send your questions in to support@savingdinner.com. I can't answer questions so much on the feed as much as I can on the Q&A. So it's really important for you to do that. Thanks again for joining me. Don't forget, sign up for the webinar, savingdinner.com/webinar. And yes, you will get, there will be a replay. So here's the thing. If you are going to, if you can't make it, still get yourself a seat and we will automatically send you a webinar replay. Okay? There you go. That's it, you guys. That's it. And don't forget, I celebrate every single win that you have. And if you have a place where you feel like you're just falling down the tube, you reach out, okay? You reach out. That community is there for you. If you're not in the sprint community, get in the sprint community. If you're trying to lose weight, you're trying to get beyond everything, and you need to focus again on your life and find purpose, this is your group, okay? There's sisters waiting for you. So go to savingdinner.com/sprint for that information. It's free, and you're going to love it. It's just all about everyone here. Thanks again for joining me today for Motivational Monday. Tomorrow is Tuesday. It's Roadshow Tuesday. Oh, it's going to be fun. I asked Marla to bring a little stand so I can swing the camera back and forth. It'll be a trip, you guys. I promise you. All right. Thank you so much for joining me. And I will see you for tomorrow. And I'll see you at the 3 o'clock. Okay? I will see you at the 3 o'clock tea time. So Brenda said, gosh, you are looking great. Thanks, Leanne. Thank you, Brenda. I've lost like a pound, but the inches keep going down. I'm down 12 inches. So, what can I say? That's fantastic. And I have collarbones. So I just want to show those off. Thanks so much. I appreciate it. You guys are the best. I will see you tomorrow on the road. And I will also see you at the 3 o'clock thing. And if you're looking for the sprint, it's savingdinner.com/sprint. Okay? Thanks so much for joining me. Peace.